So yes, a little bit of waltz again this evening that we've already covered, so you should all be experts at this, shouldn't you? Obviously not. Obviously not. Waltz. So let's run it through. I'll show you first again what we did, and then of course you can have a go, or you can go at the same time, so it's no problem. So we started with some basics first of all. So we started with our feet together. We're going to do 2 forward basics, 2 backward basics, then we've got a little chassé and a drag, which with a lovely little shape. So we've got a forward on the left foot, 1, 2, 3. Then on the right foot, 2, 2, 3. Then we go back left foot, 2, 3. Then we go back right foot, 2, 3. So a bit of basic box waltz. From there we go forward on the left foot into a chassé to the right, forward, side, close, side. We dropped and then shaped to the left. And then we repeated that on the other leg. Forward, side, close, side, and then we shaped to the right. Then we repeated that whole section again. So we did forward left, 2, 3, forward right, 2, 3, back left, 2, 3, back right, 2, 3, and forward, side, close, side, little shape, 2, 3, forward right, side, close, side, another little shape, 2, 3. So that was your first little bit. Now you've had a little look. Some of you might have had a go, some of you might not. We're going to have a go now, all together at the same time. So feet together, standing beautifully, arms relaxed and wallowy and wafty. Forward on the left foot to start with, go. Forward, side, close, right foot, side, close, left foot, side, close, right foot. Now forward on the left, and then a cha-cha-cha drop and shape to the left. Forward right, side, close, side, drop and shape the other way. 2, 3, now repeat it. Forward on the left foot. 1, 2, 3, right foot. 2, 3, left foot back. 2, 3, and then right foot. Forward on the left. 1, 2, and 3, and shape. And forward, side, close, side, and shape. Have we all got that? Is that all super duper? Did you all do that okay? Yes? Look at you, all you cocky lots. I noticed Jonathan Teresa didn't put the thumbs up. Did you put your thumbs up? Yes? Ah, you did it. Right, we'll do it again, no? And then we're going to do that with music, and then we'll do the next bit. So, left foot forward, go. 1, 2, 3, right, 2, 3, left foot back, 2, 3, right foot back, 2, 3, left foot forward, chassé, and shape, right foot forward, side, close, side, and shape. Start again, forward left, 2, 3, forward right, 2, 3, left foot back, 2, 3, and then right, back, forward left, into a chassé, and shape, right foot forward, chassé, and shape, 2, 3. When you do that little chassé, just to remember that you're going to shape through the hips, which makes it a little easier to change direction quickly. Now, when we do sway and this sort of movement in the waltz, you need to feel like the whole of your body is shaping. So imagine the base of your spine is moving one way. The top of the spine, obviously, will go the other way, like so. You see, what doesn't happen, it doesn't all go that way, because that would be, well, you fall over. So the base of the spine shapes, the upper part of the spine goes the other way. Now if you shape to the opposite direction, the opposite of course is true. So if the right hip goes to the right, the head feels like it goes to the left, and if the left hip goes to the left, the head feels like it goes to the right. Did I say that correctly? I think I did. Yeah, I think so. Try not to be a TikTok though. We're not doing TikTok videos. We're far too mature for TikTok videos. We're not into that sort of thing. I'm just not down with the kids enough, really. So perhaps I should look at doing some Snapchat, maybe. Snapchat. Don't understand. Just don't understand. Right, bit of music. Just that first bit. Here we go. Oh, it's nice and loud, isn't it? Nice and loud. After 3, 1, 2, go. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. Now back. 2, 3, and back into your chassé. Forward, side, close, side, shake the hips. forward, chasse again, shake the hips, start again, forward left, side, close, right, side, close, left foot back, side, close, right foot back, side, close, and chasse, 2 and 3, and shake. Forward, side, close, side, and shake. Do it one more time, go forward left, 1, 2, 3, forward right, 2, 3, and back, and chasse, 2 and 3, and shake. Do it again, chasse, 2 and 3, shake again. Once more. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, and 4, 2, 3, and chasse, 2 and 3, and shake. Last time, chasse, 2 and 3, and shake. Good. You should all be perfect at that sort of thing. Now that's really quite easy, but the level of dancer that you all are, the calibre of dancer that you all are, that should be easy. Now then, let's do the next. Any questions? I mean, it should be easy, that stuff. No questions, right? No one's got any questions? No? Good. Excellent. Next bit. So, what we've got is a development of an open natural action. An open natural is a turn to the right, essentially, when you don't close your feet. The open bit refers to the fact that your feet don't close. That isn't always, unfortunately, the case in ballroom. Sometimes things are open, but it doesn't actually mean it doesn't refer to the feet. For instance, an open telemark means that you are opening to promenade position. An open reverse turn means that you don't close your feet. So it doesn't always figure, unfortunately. There's no set pattern, sadly. But there we go. Anyway, this is an open natural action, or an open movement where we don't close our feet. Starts with the left foot, and we've got 1, 2, replace 3. It's like a Botafogo with a bit of rise and fall. And then we've got a hover action. So we've got a little thrust. I remember in the recap video that I watched to remind myself, I talked a lot about thrusting. Now there's nothing wrong with that, a good bit of thrust on a Wednesday evening. You go forward on the right heel, 1, thrust your hips up and replace back onto the right foot. And then you're going to go into a heel turn from here to promenade. So this is what, this would be an open telemark for a lady or an open impetus for a man. I appreciate we're turning different ways and things, but this is relating to promenade position, not the feet, but not to get too confusing. You go back on the left foot, feet together. 1, 2, rise up, step out, 3. Okay, and I just remembered I need to go and turn the heating off, otherwise I am going to boil. There you go, heating off, I shouldn't get too hot. Let's do that one again, so the first one again. So starting on the left foot. So, you're going forward and across yourself on the left foot. So we've just done our little shape and we finish like that. Going forward on the left, so you've got 1, 2, 3, so we're turning towards the lamp now into the corner. We go forward on the right, 1, thrust up, 2, 3, and then we go back into our heel turn, 1, 2, 3. Now that's all very fast in terms of feeling when you dance that, so it's important to get the feet in the right place and know where you're going, not fall off balance, because the trouble with these things that are a bit quicker, when you're off balance it's always very difficult to do it because you're falling around too much, so it's difficult to get the technique right. So if you get your angles correct and get the placement of the feet correct, things are much easier. So to start with, we're going to cross ourselves. It's like a little bit of a checking action almost. The right foot goes on past us onto a toe. You replace onto the left foot in the same place. So the left foot actually doesn't move. The heel just comes off the floor and then you stand back in place on it. Okay? Really vital that the right leg here goes past you so that you can go up onto the toe and then replace. If everything goes together like that, you're going to fall to the right and you're going to struggle. Okay, so that leg swings out, stays on the toe, and then you beautifully and elegantly, of course, land back on the left foot. Same thing will apply, of course, when we do this on the other leg. Now we're going into our thrust, our corte, our hover action. So you go forward on a heel 1, because a heel forward on the 1 count was always a heel. You knew that anyway, didn't you? The number 2 in waltz, 99 times out of 100, is a toe. And when we do that here, we want to create a big movement forward. So what you're going to try to do is release all of the weight out of that back foot. So that right foot of mine, I can lift off the floor. Okay, I keep pressure in the toe, so that I don't fall over. But I'm transferring all of my weight forward onto my left foot. I'm on 2 toes here, so all my weight's on the left foot. I'm on the heel, sorry, I'm on the toe, heels off the floor, and all of my weight is transferred out of that right foot, and then I replace back onto the right. Okay, that is a great exercise for your ankles. So you get nice and high up like that, all the way over the left foot in this instance, and there's no weight in that back foot, just pressure. And the ankle is really stretching and pointing down to the ground as much as possible. All right, so great exercise. Obviously, if you're struggling with the balance here, try and hold on to something so you can work the ankles, because the stronger your ankles become, the easier balance will be, providing, of course, you're stood up correctly. Because if you're like this, it's very difficult to be up on your toes and be balanced, of course. Final bit of this little section, you go back on the left foot into a heel turn, so you go back on the left, draw the right heel in, close the feet, the turn is late, you rise up onto the toes majestically, and then you collect your way out of that. Okay? I want you to feel like you're here forever, majestically rising up onto your toes, looking into the distance wistfully, before you then step out into the next bit. Okay? A wistful glance is always worth a lot in dance, isn't it? Yes. Some of you do wistful glances without even trying, don't you, Eileen Hawkins? Maybe you've got a bit of wind. So it's either one of the two, it's a bit of wind or it's wistful. Okay, let's do that without stopping. And then we've got the last little bit of that, which is a little syncopated whisk action. So I'm going to duck as I do this because I need to give myself a bit more space. You won't need to duck down. Here we go, left foot first. 1, 2, 3, forward, heel, thrust. 3, heels together, 2, 3. Okay? Did that all happen beautifully? Did it? I'm going to watch you in a minute. One final thought here. Whenever you lower from a rise action, so whenever you're on your toes and you step out, so this is applicable to moving out of promenade essentially, mostly in this, with what we're doing here anyway, but it's also the case when you just lower normally and move to the side. When you lower here, so that left heel, because I'm moving forward with my left foot, lowers when the right foot passes. So this leg needs to get under my body as that other heel touches the floor. So if I was to stop there, have this position with my right leg underneath me, it's quite beautiful. I feel quite elegant, I feel quite womanly if I'm honest, when I'm in this position. And I've got my right thigh coming right underneath me, ready to go forward into the next step. It's easily done to do that sort of thing where you dollop out and you leave your leg behind you. Now, you of course can move the leg, it's not a problem to move the leg. However, because that heel is down on the floor, it's essentially your steps now are finished, you're done. You've then got to manufacture the movement there, you see. So in an ideal world, this leg moves at the same time as you lower, collects underneath you, and then you're neutrally positioned. Everything's lined up beautifully, ready for you to move out. What the chances of, when you do this, is, of course, the chances are you're going to lean forward to move, or have to lean back to move the leg. So you're auto posture, and then your next bit will be difficult because you're off balance, essentially. But this is a difficult thing, so to control your weight as you come through there and bring the leg underneath you is a skill and something that is important to learn, but it does take a little while. Okay, and that's why having strength in your ankles is so important when we dance, especially some of the ballroom dances with the high rise actions. So if your ankles are weak, it does make these things tricky because you can't get the rise out of your feet. And then of course those actions will be tricky. All right, so ankle exercises. I think I've done a video on that actually, with extra jeopardy at the top of the stairs. If you live in a bungalow, you just have to do it on your front doorstep, won't you? Okay, let's do the next bit. So the next bit is our little whisk thingy. Okay, syncopated whisk. The legs come underneath. You're going to go forward on the right foot, across yourself. You're in a lovely diagonal shape here. You close left foot to right foot, like that. So you immediately close your feet. You step to the side on 2 toes, and then you cross behind again. Okay, so that's the whisk position there. And then you're ready to do the whole little section again on the other leg, which I'll go over anyway, of course. All right, so let's do the whisk thing again. Whisk thing. Oh, technically, what a wonderful name for it. It's not called a whisk thing. So you go forward on the right, 1. You turn and close your feet, 2. So your feet are together at this point. You then step to the side and rise up as you do it, and then you cross left foot behind to there, and you will lower that left foot before you then move out. Okay? Pesky burn light fitting. Alright, let's put all of that together. So we're going to go from the step across into your thrusty thrust, into your heel turn, your majestic rise, and then your little whisky thing. Okay? All of those are technical terms. Make sure you remember those technical terms. Okay? Here we go. All of that again. So feet apart to start with. You're going to step across on the left foot. Go. 1, up, 2, 3, thrust forward, 2, 3, heel turn, 2, 3, 1 and 2, 3. So of course we've got a syncopated timing there because we've got 4 steps in the 1 bar of the music. So the speed, the acceleration is 1 and 2, 3. So the first step and the closing of the feet is where we're going to be faster. We want a slow exit and a fast intro. Okay, so you go into it fast, 1 and 2, 3. Okay, that's the idea. So when we come out, we can be all expressive, like we've exploded. Okay, boom, like that. As we come out, and I want to see that. In a minute, when I get you to do it on your own and I watch, I want to see all of your little mini explosions as you cross behind. All right, can you manage a mini explosion? You all look so wonderfully enthralled. Marvellous. Good. Once more, and then we'll do it on the other leg. So we're stepping across on the left foot. Go. 1, 2, 3. Forward. Thrust. And heel turn. 2, 3. 1 and 2, 3. Good. I'm sure it was good. I'm presuming. I'm expecting. Because you're the real, the real die-hard, hardcore dancers that can all do this beautifully. Aren't you? Marvellous, yes. I mean, some of you have got such a swagger that you just stand there with your hands on your hip, leaning on your bookcase. It's just, yeah, whatever. Just throw anything at me, James. I can handle it. Anything. You wait until I see you again in the studio, Eileen Hawkins. Right, once more, and then we will do that on the other leg. Forward and across on the left foot. Go. 1, 2, 3, thrust forward, 2, 3, heel turn, 2, 3, 1 and 2, 3. Okay? Right. So it's suitably practiced. Let's do that on the other leg, exactly the same thing. Obviously we're just doing it on the other side. So this one, however, will start from a crossed position. The first one started with the feet apart from what we did before. So now we're going to just step across ourselves in this position, right foot first, go. 1 to the side, 2, replace 3. Left foot forward now, heel, thrust up, replace. Now another heel turn back on the right foot. 1, oops a daisy, I fell off balance. Do that again, I'll do that again. Let's pretend that didn't happen. I'll cut that out of the recap so no one knows I make a mistake. So we cross behind. We're going to go forward on the right foot. It's this pesky thing affects my, this is exactly where I need to stand, and it's in the way. Why didn't I think of this before? No, I didn't think of this before. I can stand inside it, no problem. Right, here we go, right foot across, go. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, heel turn, 1, 2, 3, forward close and explode. That was painful to get there, wasn't it? Sorry about that. Yeah. We'll do it again though, we'll do it again. That same one again. And we'll stand inside the light fitting. These are quite delicate on the head, actually, it's quite nice. So we cross behind. We're going right foot first, across yourself, and right foot, step, replace. Left heel forward. 1, thrust up, 2, 3, heel turn, 1, 2, 3, syncopated whiskey thing, 1 and 2, 3, explode out of that. Okay? Do you think we could put those two things together? They are the same. We spent a fair bit of time on the first one, but it's the same thing. Everyone alright to move on and do that, put the two together? Yeah. So this one starts feet apart. You go forward and across with the left foot this time. Go. 1, up, 2, 3, thrust up, 2, 3, heels together, 2, 3, 1 and 2, 3, other one, right foot across, 2, 3, left foot thrust, heel turn, 2, 3, 1 and 2, 3. Did it work? It's your turn to be casually leaning on the worktop now, Julie, is it? Just mopping your brow. Oh, that was tough. Any questions? No one? Good. Okay, once more, and then we'll put it all together from the top, and then we will do it with music. What do you want, Cat? You're coming in. Okay, so we're going across, left foot first, and 1, 2, 3, thrust up, 2, 3, heels together, 2, 3, 1 and 2, 3, right foot across, 2, 3, left, thrust, heel turn, 2, 3, 1 and 2, 3. Actually, I did threaten, didn't I, before, that I was going to watch you do it. I think now's as good a time as any. So why don't we have a little look-see at how you're getting on? That'd be a good idea, wouldn't it? You were being quite creative, actually, coming up with your own steps, which is fine. I don't mind a bit of creative license most of the time, but I will just clarify the last bit, okay? It's always harder, isn't it, of course, when you're not watching me. I understand that, I know it's harder. Now, the last bit with the whisk, okay? So I did the other one, the first one first, which is the right foot. So you step forward on the right foot. It's important that when you do this, you don't just step dead straight forward. So this figure is coming from a promenade position. Now when you're in promenade, your body is facing in one direction. Your head is to the left of that or to the right, depending on which way around you're doing this. Okay, and then your foot that you're going to move, in this case is the right one, is going to go in the same direction as your face. Okay, but your body must be here. If you do this, it's going to make things a bit tricky, okay? And also, it's not good form, really. So promenade is a closed position with your body. It's open with the feet. So people talk about a V shape. You don't really want to turn your bodies too much, because then it ends up with distortion, or whichever shoulder you're moving forward. So you don't want to do that. So you need to keep your body nice and square onto a wall, let's say. You're going to look towards me or wherever. You're going to step across yourself, okay? So you've got a nice tight cross in your legs at the top. You then close your left foot and turn everything square to the wall, or where you originally were facing. Then step to the side and then go back into the crossed position, like so. Okay, back in this position. The body doesn't move at all. So if you had airplane mode, as you do this, 1 and 2, 3, my body doesn't move at all. Now I've asked you to have explosive arms to make it interesting. So you're going to have a bit of movement with the body. However, if you just want to exercise this and make sure the feet are in the right place, you're doing the right thing, and actually allow yourself to control it, the less movement the better. So you keep your body and your arms still, you look towards your whichever hand, whichever way around you're going, you step across yourself and your body stays exactly where it is as you do it. And it's just the feet that do the work. So as you're doing this, I don't know if you can see too well, my feet will be swiveling. So as I go across, my feet swivel and then they swivel back a little bit, okay? That's the idea. You don't want to turn your body too much, even if you're being expressive with your arms. Now this sort of position is prevalent all the time in waltz and in tango, not so often in foxtrot, and you'll have it, again, not quite so often in quick step, but you've got it in all of them. You do have promenade position in all of them. So it's important to remember that that promenade is not a forward position where your feet, your nose and your body are all in line. They're not at all. Your body is turned towards your partner, who's in front of you, who's doing the same thing as you, just the natural opposite. Your foot goes out, but your body has very minimal turn. And then your foot goes across your body. So your body still stays here. It's a very unpleasant position. But I promise that if you get it right, it does make the steps that much easier. Okay? So that's what the problem is with that particular step. It's generally because the body's in the wrong alignment. Okay? Now that promenade position principle is applicable everywhere. So, and I know all of you, bar one, personally. And every single one of you have the problem in promenade. Every single one of you. But that I guarantee those of you that don't know personally also have the same problem in promenade, because it's a across the board problem that everyone has at all levels. So not just lower grade dancers, experienced dancers, competition dancers, everyone experiences the same problem. I used to experience the same problem. Of course I don't anymore because I'm absolutely perfect now, but I used to experience the same problem where my right shoulder wanted to follow me. So I step across in Promenade, my right shoulder wanted to come as well. And Kelly had the same problem with her left shoulder. So it's commonplace. It's a tricky position to fix. No, not to fix. Fixing is not too difficult. To be consistent with is tricky. All right, and we're gonna do this now from the beginning all the way through without music, and then we'll do it with the orchestra. Okay? So we'll go from the top, starting with our feet together, nice and straight on. This is where we are straight on at the moment, of course, because we're dancing solo, but you wouldn't normally be straight on, you'd have a little bit of body turn. So we're going forward on the left foot into our basics, 2 of these, go. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, left foot back, 2, 3, right foot back, 2, now into your chassé, forward, side, close, side, and shape. Right foot, forward, side, close, side, and shape. Start that again, forward, left. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, and back, 2, 3, back again, 2, 3, forward, chassé, 2, and 3, and shape. Do that again. Right, 2, and 3, and shape. Now we step across left foot. 1, 2, 3, thrust up. 2, 3, heel turn. 2, 3, keep the body still and explode the arms, right foot across. 2, 3, left foot up, thrust. Heel turn to promenade. And 1, close, 2, 3. Okay, we'll do it one more time without the music, then we'll put it to the music. Ready, left foot first, go. 1, 2, 3, and right. 2, 3, back left. 2, 3, back right. Step and chassé. 2 and 3 and shape. Do that chassé again. 2 and 3 and shape. Start from the top. Forward left. 2, 3, forward right. 2, 3, back left. 2, 3, back right. Forward left and chassé. 2 and 3. 1, 2, 3, forward right. 2 and 3 and shape. Step across. Go. 1, 2, 3, thrust up. 2, 3, close your feet to promenade. And 1 and 2, 3, step across. 2, 3, thrust up. 2, 3, heel turn. 2, 3, 1, close. 2, 3. Okay. It be music time. Okay, so let's have the orchestra. Okay, with the music, here we go. After 3. 1, 2, 3, left. 2, 3, right. 2, 3, back left. Back right. Into your chassé. 1, 2, and 3, shape. Do it again. 1, 2, and 3, and shape. From the top, forward left. 1, 2, 3, right foot. Left foot back. Right foot back. Left foot chassé, 2 and 3, shape the hips. Right foot forward, 2 and 3, shape with the hips. Left foot across, 1, 2, 3, thrust, 2, 3, heel turn. And 1 and 2, 3, right foot across. Left foot up, heel turn. 1 and 2, 3. That last bit's quick, obviously. So it needs a little bit of practice. So what we're going to do is we're going to do it again. We're going to do it again. No rest for the wicked. I want you all to be worn out tonight. I want you all as worn out and as sore as I am. After 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, and 4, 2, 3, and chassé, 2 and 3, brush. Do it again. 1, 2, and 3, and brush. From the top. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, chassé, 2 and 3, and brush. Right foot, 2 and 3, and brush. Open positions now. 1, 2, 3, forward, thrust. Heel turn, 2, 3, 1 and 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, thrust up, 2, 3, heel turn, 2, three, 1 and 2, 3. Okay, so while the music's on, we'll just do the last bit. Alright, with the music, so you're going to go from the left foot across into the up, and we're going to go across into the thrust, okay? Just that last bit, after 3, forward on the left foot, ready, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, thrust up, 2, 3, heel turn, 2, 3, 1, close, 2, 3, step across, thrust up, heel turn, forward on the right, forward left close, step to the side, cross behind. Knowing what's coming is a real help, obviously. So it means that you know what you've got to prepare yourself to do. So this is fast, this is syncopated. And it's a little tricky, so there's a few little tricky steps here, especially if you're on a carpet. It's particularly tricky because your feet are going to get caught. So this first bit I think is not too bad. I don't think this is too bad either. The problem occurs now because with the heel turn. Now, don't try too hard, of course. You're not in an actual ballroom now doing proper dancing. It's tricky in this environment. So I'm not too stressed, but if you can just remember how to do it properly for when you get the chance to. But in this instance here, all you've got to do is go back, together and forward. As long as you do that with the right technique, as in you lower and then you're on a flat foot and then you come down totally, I'll be happy. Not that I can really see anyway. But the problem, of course, is you get in here, you get off balance, and then you're missing the forward step on the 3. So, as soon as you do a heel turn, you've got to immediately step forward on that left foot. There's no break, there's no hanging about. And then immediately again, you've got to step forward and close. So those 3 steps are essentially completely joined together. There's no pausing, there's no hanging about. So I just do that towards the camera for a second. So I've come up here, so I'm going back on my heel turn. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's just numbers of steps, not timing, okay? They are all linked together and there's no pause. So you can't afford to get here, have a little break, and then kind of step out, okay? You've got to make sure that they're bang, 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 one after the other, okay? Because whilst it is waltz, whilst it is technically a slow dance, this is not, it doesn't feel slow. So you've got the little hover. You've got 1, 2, 3, 1 and 2, 3. So you've got to really accelerate there. But if you don't get the leg out of the heel turn, then the next bit's going to be really difficult. You'll be struggling, okay? Then you'll be playing catch up. So hopefully that helps a little bit with that technique. Of course, the same applies on both legs. We'll do that one more time from the beginning up to there, and then we'll look at the very last bit, which actually isn't too difficult. No, it's not difficult at all. And then when we put that all together, it takes 2 times through to finish the song. So, from the beginning, with the music actually, at the beginning with the music. So feet together, standing beautifully, forward on the left, after 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, back left, and back right. Forward chasse, 2 and 3, and a lovely little shade. Forward, right, chasse, lovely little shape again. Start again, go. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, and back. 2, 3, and back. 2, 3, forward, chasse, 2 and 3, little shade. Forward, right, chasse, little shade, forward across left foot. Now 1. Now concentrate here. You're going to thrust up. Now you've got to be quick. 1. Close, forward, forward, close, side, cross behind, step across, forward and thrust, back, together, forward, forward, close, side, cross behind. Was it a little easier when I told you what to do? No, yes, no, it doesn't have to be, yes, no, maybe. So you're just conditioned to just do this, aren't you? Whatever happens, whatever I say, yeah. Now then, the last little bit that goes on the end of that isn't difficult, as I just described. So we've finished. We've done the 1 and 2, 3, lovely big explosion. Now, we've got a forward on the left foot, 1, 2, 3, which is very much like the beginning. And then we've got a little writhing action on the spot. I call it writhing because that's what I feel like I'm doing. 1 and 2, 3. And then we go back on the right foot and point. Then we go back on the left foot and point. And then we do it again. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 1 and 2, 3, step, point, and then we're ready to start again. Forward on the left foot into the beginning. Okay, so that last little bit is relatively easy. With the music though, however, it does still feel relatively fast. So I'm just doing it towards the camera. So we finished crossed behind on the right. We go to the right here and have this little break here. This is a little rest moment to compose ourselves before we then get really into it. And don't be afraid here, this is very un-waltz, really. It's very un-waltz-like. This is a bit more contemporary and a bit more, I suppose you could argue, jazzy. So yeah, really not very waltzy at all. So you get here and you want to get really into this. Everything feels like it's moving. It's like you're juggling some, I don't know, not like you're juggling at all, jiggling. It's like you're jiggling a very tall cow's udders. There you go, have that one. So it's a very tall cow and you're jiggling the udders, just about to milk them. That's a terrible thought, isn't it? It's a terrible visual. Not like that, Lou, that's nonsense. That's something different, you're jiggling something else there, so don't do that. So you've got this movement across through the body, so the arms are out a little bit, you've got space under your armpits and you've got freedom. And then we're going into our taps, so you can get a little bit expressive here and you can touch yourselves, ladies perhaps. Gents, you can stand and be very masculine, presenting like that. That would be quite nice as well. Or you can just be very subtle, maybe a little click of the fingers as you point, which is also quite nice. Basically what I'm saying is you do what you want, okay? Anyway, let's do that, shall we? It is easy, really. So you're starting this in a crossed position, so your right foot is crossed behind. You're going to step forward on the left foot, to the side on the right, and then you hold that position. Left arm comes in across you, okay? So that's quite nice, it drapes across. Then we've got the jiggle of the cow's udders to the left. 1 and 2, 3. So now we're on the opposite leg, opposite position, basically a mirror of where we started. Back on the right and point. 1, tap or point. 2, point, and then we go forward on the right. Step to the side left. 1 and 2, 3. So now we're completely on the right foot. Now we go back left again. Back, point, ready to go forward left to start the whole thing again. Okay? Anyone got any questions on that, or are you all happy with that last bit? You all double thumbs up again? Yeah. Or some of you not. Some of you just not playing ball now. Do apologise. Maybe you're still scarred by the idea of juggling with cow's udders. So you cross behind. You're going forward on the left foot. And 1, 2, 3. 1 and 2, 3. Step, point, forward right. 1 to the side. 1 and 2, 3. Step, point. Now as I point, I'm going to turn my body, so if it doesn't matter which leg I go on, I go back on the right and I'm going to turn my body towards the leg that's being pointed. And the same thing applies here as well. Alright? So again, that's a little bit different to how you would normally behave in ballroom. Typically our body turns the opposite way to the leg that we're moving out. Okay, so this is the opposite of that, in that our body is turning towards the leg that we are gesturing or showing. We don't do that very much in ballroom at all, really, to be honest. That's a more of a Latin move, more Latin sort of thing, isn't it? We did that in Latin, in Cha-Cha-Cha, didn't we? A little ronde with a shape of the body like this. It's all quite lovely. Checking the back of the hair after it's been beautifully cut. Not that I have had a haircut. I can't fit in at all. So, let's do that again. So we cross behind. We're going forward on the left foot. And forward to the side. And 1 and 2, 3. Step, point, forward, right to the side. 1 and 2, 3. Step, point. And then you're going to go forward, 2, 3, to start the beginning again. Okay? So before we do that with music, I think we should try that from the top without music. That would be a good idea, wouldn't it? Jolly good idea. So, actually we'll do it in sections. We'll do it from the step across on the left foot. So we'll go for the first one of these. Because I know the first bit's relatively easy, you can all do that. And you need the practice on this bit. Okay, so we're going to go from that. So you're going to step forward and across on the left foot into our open positions. Ready, go. 1, 2, 3, thrust up. 2, 3, heels together. Promenade. Forward, close, side, cross behind. Right foot across. 2, 3, thrust up. 2, 3, back, heels together. And forward, close, side, cross behind. Step to the side. 1 and 2, 3, step point. Step point. Forward on the right, to the side, brush. 1 and 2, 3, step point. Step point. That was easy, wasn't it? That was easy. We're going to be doing these dances in the live solo class that I'm going to be holding on Sundays at 5 o'clock. So that'll be exciting, won't it? Jolly exciting. So you'll have a chance to do this in a space, not in a confined room, and some of you not on a carpet or on lino or whatever, you know, or tiles. So actually on a dance floor. So you'll be able to express your sounds better. And I'll have a greater repertoire of dances as well. We'll do even more things. Maybe a silly samba, or even we could do some foxtrot as well, a bit more. So anyway, right, let's do it from the top without the music, and then we'll put it with the music, and then we're going twice through, okay? So from the top, forward on the left foot, go. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, back left, 2, 3, back right, forward on the left and chassé. And 1, 2, 3, forward chassé. And 1, 2, start again, forward left, 2, 3, forward right, 2, 3, back left, 2, 3, back right, 2, 3, forward chassé, 2 and 3 and brush, forward right, 1, 2 and 3 and brush, step across left foot, now 1, 2, 3, thrust up, 2, 3, heel turn, 2, forward again, forward, close, side, cross behind, across, thrust up, heel turn, 2, 3, forward, close, cross behind, step to the side, 1 and 2, 3, step point, forward and across, and brush, wiggle, 1 and 2, 3, step point, start again. Nice. All good? All okay with that? Excellent stuff. Double thumbs up again, see? All good. Just that. Right, let's have the orchestra. Any questions before I move on? So before we do it to music, anyone got any questions then? We'll just go over any of that stuff? Anything at all? No? Yes? No? Okay. Right. Ready, after 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, and back. 2, 3, and back. Into your chassé. 2 and 3, brush, forward, right. 1, 2 and 3, and brush. Now we do that again, forward, left. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, left foot back. 2, 3, right foot back. Into your chassé. 1, 2 and 3, and brush. Same again, forward, 2 and 3, and brush. Step across. 1, 2, 3, thrust up. 2, 3, heel turn, forward again, forward, forward, close and cross behind, step across, thrust up, heel turn, 2, 3, forward, close, cross behind, step to the side, and 1 and 2, 3, step point, forward and across, brush, wiggle, 1 and 2, 3, step point. Start from the top, forward, left, go. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, go back. Back again, into your chassé. And brush. And chassé, 2 and 3, and brush. Start the basics again. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. Back, 2, 3, and back. Forward into your chassé. 1, 2, and 3, and brush. 1, 2 and 3 and brush, step across, go. 1, thrust up, heel turn, 2, 3, 1 and 2, 3, step across, 2, 3 and thrust, heel turn, three, 1 and 2, 3, step, brush, 1 and 2, 3, step, point, 1, 2, 3, 1 and 2, 3, step, point, fin. That wasn't bad, was it? That wasn't bad. I don't know how you did actually. When I say it wasn't bad, I'm presuming myself actually, because I didn't see you. I'm guessing you were all marvellous. Good. We're going to do it again. I haven't finished yet. We're going to do it another time. Okay, so any more questions? No questions at all still. Everyone's just happy just to crack on through. Yes? We'll do something different again next week, another recap, because we've only got 2 more of these actually. So yeah, next week's the 3rd of May, isn't it? I think one after that's the 10th, I think. I'm not sure entirely. Anyway, we've got 2 more. 2 more of these before my Wednesday nights become live again. So I can't do this. So anyway, let's do it again with the music. I'm getting slightly moist now, slightly clammy. So so after 3, make it a good one. It's the last chance. Ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 2. Back. 1, 2, 3. Back. 2, 3. Chassé. 2 and 3. Rush. Step. Chassé and rush. Start again. Forward left. Forward right. Back left. Back right. Forward left into your chassé. And brush. Now right foot. And brush. Now we go forward left, step across. 1, 2, 3. Forward. Strike. Strike? What am I talking about? Forward close. Cross behind. Step across. Forward thrust. Strike. What am I talking about? Heel turn. 2, 3. 1 and 2, 3. Step forward to the side. Now we've got 1 and 2, 3. Step point. Step point. 1, 2, 3, 1 and 2, 3, step point. Step point, start again from the top. 1, 2, back, and back, into your chassé. And chassé, brush, chassé. And brush, do those again, forward on the left. Forward on the right. Back on the left. Back on the right, forward left chassé, and brush, forward right, and brush, now we go across, 1, thrust up, heel turn, 1 and 2, 3 and 1, thrust up, heel turn, 1 and 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, juggle those udders. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Step to the side. And 1 and 2, 3. Step, point, and good. Well done. Well done, everyone. Wasn't bad. Not bad going. Considering who's in the class tonight, well done. Well done, everyone. I don't mean that at all, of course. So hopefully your feet are a bit sore, your body's a bit achy, you've got a little bit of moisture on your forehead, and you've learned a little bit as well. Hopefully that's the plan. Thank you for tuning in, everybody. Hope you enjoyed that. See you again soon for another Zoom recap.